Adventurous kids explore with education and learning what a wild life is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West. Adventurous kids, learning and fun. Adventurous kids!
Today we're going to
tell you about Julia Child. Julia Carolyn Child was a famous American chef, writer, and television star. Julia Child was not born into the kitchen. In fact, she did not even learn to cook until she was well into her 30s. Born in Pasadena, California in 1912. Wow. Julia McWilliams grew up in a privileged family with little interest in food beyond eating it. After graduating from Smith College, she worked in advertising and media before joining the Office of Strategic Services, or OSS, during World War II, where she met her future husband, Paul Child. It was Paul who introduced Julia to fine cuisine during their time in France, a moment that would change her life forever.
It was in Paris, after tasting a meal of Sol Munir, that Julia discovered her love for French cooking. Enthralled by the flavors and precision of French cuisine, she enrolled at the prestigious Le Cordon Bleu Culinary School. There, she was often the only woman in a male-dominated environment, but her determination and enthusiasm were unmatched. Julia not only learned to cook, but also began developing a passion for teaching others what she was learning.
Together with two French colleagues, Simone Beck and Louisette Barthor, Julia co-authored Mastering the Art of French Cooking, a cookbook that took a complex cuisine and made it accessible to the American home cook. Published in 1961, the book was a groundbreaking success. It demystified French cooking techniques and introduced generations of Americans to a world beyond casseroles, canned soup. Julia's clear instructions, humor, and insistence on technique helped make the book a culinary Bible.
Julia's popularity skyrocketed with the debut of her television show, The French Chef, in 1963. With her tall frame, distinctive voice, and approachable demeanor, she became an unlikely but beloved television star. She wasn't afraid to make mistakes on camera, and more importantly, she encouraged home cooks to embrace their own imperfections in the kitchen. No one is born a great cook, she once said. One learns by doing. That philosophy resonated deeply with her audience.
Over the decades, Julia Child remained a powerful force in the world of cooking. She authored numerous cookbooks, several more TV programs, and inspired countless chefs and food lovers. Her influence helped shape the modern American food movement and elevated the status of chefs and cooking as a serious art. Julia continued working well into her 80s and received countless honors, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Julia Child passed away on August 12, 2004, at the age of 91, just 3 days before her 92nd birthday. But her legacy is anything but gone. Her kitchen is preserved in the Smithsonian. Her books remain in print, and her influence can still be seen in today's cooking shows, food blogs, and culinary schools. More than just a chef, Julia Child was a teacher, a trailblazer, and a joyful ambassador for the art of cooking. She didn't just teach people how to cook, she showed them how to love it.
In 1995, Julia Child created the Julia Child Foundation for Gastronomy and Culinary Arts. This foundation gives money to the groups that help people learn more about cooking and food. The foundation works to continue Julia's life work. It supports cooking, food art, and helps the professional food work grow. These were all very important to Julia during her life.
There is even a special kind of rose named after Julia Child. It's called the Julia Child rose and has beautiful golden yellow flowers. On September 26, 2014, the U.S. Postal Service, also known as USPS, released special stamps. These stamps featured 5 famous American chefs, including Julia Child. Thanks for watching
this cooking episode of Adventurous Kids. Rest in peace, Julia Child. You will be gone but never forgotten. Yeah!
Blessed be, and bon appetit.
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous Kids.
What was the most interesting fact?
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous Kids.
Adventurous Kids.